So, if you thought Vanguard and Warzone was getting weird these past few seasons, well, in what is now confirmed to be the final season of this era in Vanguard, it's about to get a whole lot weirder. Today, we learned a lot about the upcoming season of content and what we can look forward to, our new characters, all baddies, our new weaponry, intel drops, and new roadmaps alike. There's a lot to go over today, so we're breaking it all down. As we go along, drop your thoughts down below. Do you like this whole mismatch of characters, weaponry, and all? How confused are you as to the canon and continuity of the Warzone universe right now? Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts down below, but if you enjoyed the video, you find it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on it. And if you're new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Warzone Season 5, Modern Warfare 2 upcoming, and even some Warzone 2 stuff here on the horizon. We're chasing down 500,000 subscribers here, and if you'd like to stay up to date with everything, I'd love to have you in the community. And finally, today and throughout the weekend, my friends over at G Fuel have bumped up code ESPRESSO to 30% off your entire order. So if you'd like to grab a restock or try anything out for the very first time, head on over to the link in the description below and use code ESPRESSO. If you need any recommendations, I'd say the Morbius Nectarine flavor, Pink Drip, Hype Sauce, Strawberry Banana, and Starfruit are probably my top 5 right now, so check those or any others out, but that deal is live throughout the entire weekend. For now, let's talk a little bit about Season 5. So let's start out at the very beginning, what first was debuted here. The first thing that dropped at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the UK today was a cinematic trailer for Season 5. One that certainly would turn some heads, especially if you were expecting more World War II related stuff, because this trailer that's been playing in the background, it includes our 4 new operators coming throughout the season. The main one being Raul Menendez from Black Ops 2, but it also includes Gabriel Rourke from COD Ghost, Khaled Al-Assad from COD 4, though if there's any hint of canon and continuity, it'll be the Modern Warfare 2019 version, and then Seraph, which from the looks of the model is the Black Ops 4 version. 4 bad guys, 4 different games. But it gets even better because we see front and center are the EM1 laser gun from Advanced Warfare that's being held by Menendez, and the F2000 from the original Modern Warfare trilogy being held by Rourke. Both of which obviously under different names. We'll get to that in just a second. So what is going on here at this? It's just everything is a free-for-all right now, it seems, which is cool, but again, I'm curious if they're going to even try to spin this in terms of a storyline. I mean, it could just be something where they kind of retcon the Vanguard storyline through the actual COD universe, kind of making the ramblings of an old man of Butcher just that, be ramblings, where it's just like, okay, time to get you back to bed, Grandpa. So I guess we'll see, but I mean, right off the rip, that threw everybody for a trip. But it does get even better because we, of course, got a blog post, we got a roadmap, we got everything detailing what is to come, fully revealing the upcoming season here of Season 5. So before we break everything down into a bit more specific details granted here, let's talk about the top level items you'll see here listed as of the roadmap. We, of course, on the Warzone side of things, have a brand new LTM, some map changes, Operation Last Call, Caldera's peak point of interest is updated, we have Rebirth Island Resurgence Supreme coming in season, and we have the Heroes vs. Villains community event, but also in-game actually available to loot, pick up, and help you in your gameplay experience. We have the new Rage Serum, the Supply Box UAV Killstreak, the Personal Supply Box, and the Doomsday Station in Caldera only. Now, for multiplayer, we end up seeing for Vanguard Beheaded at launch, and then also the map of Fortress coming in season. Zombies, though, getting a new round-based zombies experience. The cap off of the Vanguard Zombies season, we of course have new operators, weapons, and bundles as detailed here. Raul Menendez and Khaled Al-Assad look to be coming at launch, so that'll be interesting here. We end up having Seraph as well as Gabriel Rourke coming in season. As for our weapons, we have that EM1, now named the EX1. We have a new revolver, which looks to have a tack knife included in that. The RA225 SMG is coming, and then in season, we have the BP50, which is that F2000, and the Liena 57. Then briefly detailing this here, we have some Horsemen of the Apocalypse bundles, and the confirmation of the Umbrella Academy crossover actually happening here within Season 5. So to break things down a little further, they kind of set the stage a little bit where there's going to be volcanic activity at Caldera. They haven't detailed it just yet, but I would not be surprised if by the mid-season update or end of the season here in Season 5, leading right into Modern Warfare 2's main year of content support, that maybe we get an event here that kind of blows up Caldera, making it a full-on volcanic eruption, but I think it'd be pretty cool. Nothing said specifically just yet. It does say to avoid the lava flowing at your feet, so be careful for that. That'll do damage to you. There's a new gulag coming to Caldera, some lighting changes, new tools and opportunities, and an opportunity to defend or sabotage Caldera, in which that is going to come into play with the brand new game mode, Operation Last Call, where they stated it's kind of inspired by Search and Destroy, where you can choose to either defend Caldera by defusing bombs or planting bomb charges around the map in this LTM. So curious to see how that will all play out. There's going to be lava rocks that do drop as well, so be careful of that. Kind of seemingly like the Kong and Godzilla sort of danger zones, but happening as a random in-world event. They showcased an initial screenshot of Peak detailing a little bit of that volcanic activity, cutting off some of the main cliff lines here, which will be interesting to see how this adjusts Peak as a sort of viable point of interest, because there was a lot of locations that made it hard to retake that, but we'll have to see if that adjusts how the point of interest plays overall. We just don't quite know based off of one image. We end up seeing that there is going to be a new volcanic themed gulag here, which will be interesting. And it's also stated that it's inspired by an old favorite, which if you look at the image, it does very much so remind me of the Showers Gulag from Verdansk. Kind of coming back to that main initial design that I think honestly might have been the most enjoyed Gulag from what I've seen, at least out of the vocal community. So absolutely happy to go back to that layout and design inspiration. We learned about the new Doomsday Station, where you can discover the seismic device found in Caldera's primary Battle Royale game mode, not any of the LTMs, but this will be something that once you trigger the device, an enemy helicopter will arrive to surround the station, deploying enemy soldier AIs to attack your position. And it is detailed that if you beat them, you end up earning powerful items as well as a unique watch reward for your operator, but the Doomsday Station will only appear once per match with multiple spawn locations possible, and to activate it, it costs $10,000. So very curious to know what that reward will be, that it's going to cost so much to activate it, but also then to end up surviving it, that reward has to be pretty high, right? Imagine that actually triggers the volcanic activity. That'd be pretty cool. Kind of like a nuke event, but also not a nuke event because you just be erupting a volcano. But anyways, getting ahead of myself, the supply box UAV was introduced here as a new score streak with Season 5, in which we're going to be able to use that. And for 15 seconds, it will mark on the player's TAC map unopened supply caches. So this is going to be good for, I'd guess, regaining, if it is something to come back to the gulag with no teammates or anything like that. Not quite enough to maybe buy back a teammate or two, but maybe you can end up getting some crates marked that may have some decent cash yield in it if you end up getting this supply box UAV. It doesn't state how much this will cost, so we don't quite know. Obviously, it has to be on the lower end because it's much more of a utility item rather than showing where players are. And if it is something with the purpose of regaining, you don't want to spend all your money on that just to find other supply boxes. So we'll see how that all plays out. The personal supply box was also detailed, where players can track down an extremely rare crate with the assistance of said supply box UAV to acquire your favorite loadout weapons in Warzone, with each squad member also getting a huge XP boost when opened as well. The Rage Serum was detailed here, which is a new field upgrade that's going to be something that increases your melee damage, lunge distance, and enhanced stun power while fighting with melee weapons or fists. So it is something that might not necessarily be your cup of tea, but you don't have to pick it up. It seems like it's a very niche field upgrade here, which is fine, but it also is stated that if you do use this, you're going to be louder to your enemies and also are more susceptible to stuns and flashes as well. Now, finally, what looks to be coming in the launch window here of this is the Heroes vs. Villains community event, where it said you can choose your side to lead them to victory. You have to collect villain or hero tokens in-game, entirely up to you, but available by eliminating enemies and scavenging supply boxes. So then you can end up getting discount faction bundles at the buy station, it's stated. So what those entail, we don't quite know just yet. And then it's described that we have more on the way in the mid-season update. Though it says specifically, don't expect a full volcanic eruption, so maybe hinting at that coming later on down the line. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but that really just sort of leading into Rebirth Island and Resurgence Supreme, saying, hey, not all of the action is coming to Caldera. Rebirth players have some stuff on the way as well, but that's going to be something that squads of 4 drop in with the best weapons, respawning enabled, and of course, some cool stuff to do as well. It said that there are prizes for winning a match with over 15 eliminations, so we'll see what that amounts to as well. Beyond that, of course, we have Beheaded and Fortress, the new multiplayer maps for Vanguard. We have the new Zombies experience coming as well, the Archon. Looking forward to seeing how that one plays out. They detailed a little bit of the new ranked seasons and rewards, but then also that's when we get to the more season overall stuff between Vanguard and Warzone. The weaponry and operators that I kind of want to circle back around and finish this video up with. The EX-1 as well as the RA-225 will be at launch. The EX-1 is the EM-1 from Advanced Warfare, a prototype energy rifle effective at long range and highly customizable. So, yep, we're gonna be seeing here the laser gun coming back into play. It's not a ballistic weapon, it is an energy weapon. Then the RA-225, I kind of thought that based off the roadmap, this kind of looked like the AMP pistol from Black Ops Cold War, but it is an SMG, high fire rate, very mobile, compact frame, maybe comparable to the MAC-10. We'll have to see how that all plays out. The revolver will be in the launch window, so not necessarily guaranteed at launch, but I would kind of imagine within at least that launch day to launch week is my guess, but that's going to be something that is available in a bundle and or weapon challenge. Multiplayer, you have to get 15 melee kills, and in zombies, you have to get 1,000 eliminations using pistols that have been pack-a-punched. Now, finally, again, coming full circle to the operators, Raul Menendez and Khaled Al-Assad are at launch. There's not really a whole ton here to describe with Raul Menendez. Interesting, we didn't see him in Black Ops Cold War's main year of support. Khaled Al-Assad kind of makes a bit more sense here because, of course, he was seen in Modern Warfare 2019, now gearing up for Modern Warfare 2. But before we jump over into the discussion here briefly of Rourke as well as Seraph, the thing that I am the most curious about is that, well, this profile they gave for Al-Assad in the COD blog talks about him growing up in Urzikstan, following the words of Omar Suleiman, joining Al-Qatala, taking control of Al-Qatala, and then leading the forces on the invasion of Verdansk. So very clearly, the Modern Warfare 2019 universe is Khaled Al-Assad, right? But then to end that profile, it says a Middle Eastern warlord and key antagonist throughout the Modern Warfare series, Al-Assad is the second of the four horsemen, outranked only by Vladimir Makarov himself. Our first name drop of Vladimir Makarov in this new era of Call of Duty after specifically naming and detailing the Modern Warfare 2019 Al-Assad. That, to me, that's gotta be a teaser for Makarov coming in Modern Warfare 2 in some capacity, right? I mean, no shot that that's just recalling back to the original trilogy. So excited to see how that one works out. Of course, then Gabriel T. Rourke in season in a bundle. Same with Seraph. Again, I don't know how they're going to be doing this. It is really interesting. I feel like continuity and storyline is just out the window at this point. But anyways, that is where we're at here at this. That is Season 5. Looks pretty crazy if you ask me, and I'm looking forward to it. It is confirmed to be the final season of Vanguard and Warzone. Seems like they're ending it off with a bang. That's what we're going to call it, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. What do you guys think here of this? Are you looking forward to everything we have upcoming in Season 5? Are you looking forward to maybe some secrets sprinkled throughout that we haven't quite seen detailed yet? Whatever the case, drop your thoughts below. But if you enjoyed the video, you found it at all insightful, do me a favor and drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Season 5, Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and anything COD related. We got you covered in the channel. So if you're at all interested, I'd love to have you in the community. But for now, that's what we're going to call it. So thanks so much for watching. Mine has been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.